Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you are good.
Yes,
doing
you are doing good.
Okay. Welcome back again to another episode with Squad Light. I have beautiful, amazing people with me. On my left, I have Dr. Maxwell.
Say hi.
Hi.
And then on my right, I have Dr. Dentist Munich.
Hi, Mom.
And of course, Squad Light member is Dr. Judith. So we have a beautiful topic again for today, and we are inviting our friends to discuss with us. Quickly, I want us to go to the book of Luke 16, from 1 to 8. But I'm just going to try and paraphrase it so we can be faster. I know we know the parable of the dishonest servant or the dishonest steward, and we know that he was dishonest with his master. He knew his master was going to fire him or sack him, that kind of thing, and then he started cutting down the prices or the debts that people were owing his master. You get, and then surprising enough, like the master actually praised him. And there was let's quickly go to verse 8, and I will try to read it. It says, the master commended the dishonest manager because he had acted shrewdly. For the people of this world are more shrewd in dealing with their own kind than are the people of the light. I tell you, that's verse 9, use worldly wealth to gain friends for yourself, so that when it is gone, you will be welcomed into eternal dwellings. So that's what I want us to quickly talk about. Like in what way are Christians, it's a command, and I feel that there's no way Jesus Christ would say something without there was a need for it. That means he was saying that, okay, there are people that were not being wise, they were not acting shrewdly. So I'm going to quickly be asking Dr. Maxwell, please, sir, what would you think Christians are not dealing wisely as stated in this parable?
Me personally, I think that Christians are not being pragmatic, or we Christians are not being very practical. In the sense that a Christian thinks that everything is spiritual, or everything is spiritual. And for that matter, a Christian on a normal day will spend most of his or her time in church. Then instead of he or she having a business, the time that he or she is supposed to open the business in order to get customers will be coming, and the Christian is spending time in church. And for that matter, by the time he or she goes back, all the customers are gone to the non-Christian. The non-Christian too knows that I should come around 8 in the morning and open by that time, and people will be coming, customers will be coming. But the Christian will be in church. And for that matter, the non-Christian will be sort of
Prospering.
Prospering. And then the Christian will be wondering why, for all this time that I've spent in church, but still I'm not doing well. And so the people of the world will tend to be, they will tend to look smarter and wiser than the Christian. So we should be very pragmatic. We should be praying, and at the same
Also,
time,
I just
doing
want
what
to
you are supposed to do.
Yeah, like adding to what he said something about non-Christian. And the one thing I realize about the world that we are, there are principles that is governing this world. There are rules, and when it comes to God, it's the same thing. There are laws that you have to meet. If you want, be prayerful. If you're not meeting the other law, you're not going to have salvation in that particular area. Like what he said, it's because the non-Christian, they understood this law. They have understanding. Like example, when it comes to money, they understand the laws of paying tithes. They understand the laws of thanksgiving. They understand when it comes to marriage, the same thing. So the thing there is that if you focus in one area, you would only have salvation in that particular area. I dare say that the Christians these Christians are wiser than non-believers, just that they focus on a particular way. So you just have to open up your heart, be versatile. Know what God said, that He has given us everything that is pertaining to life. So everything and godliness, everything that we needed is in this life. It's just for you to have understanding, for you to know that you are not limited to a prayer. Like even if let's say prayer without action is dead. Imagine if you are praying without faith as well. You are not working, you're not doing anything. How do you expect to be wiser? That's one thing I can add from what just and so from what he said. And that's I wanted to add, like reading verse 9 that he said that here the lesson: use your worldly resources to benefit others and make friends. Then, when your earthly possessions are gone, they will welcome you to an eternal home. Now, what am I going to say? I'm not saying that you should go and make friends, like make a lot of friends, whether they are good or bad. What I'm just trying to say is that be good to everyone. Be good to everyone, because that is God sent rain. He sent sunshine to both the good and the bad. So I'm not saying that you should go and entangle yourself, but I'm just saying be a good Christian, be an example. Because you see this word that you're seeing, they know us individual. That's why for us now, this person, I mean, the employer, he's not saying that this man is wise. But he's just saying that they are wiser because he uses what he has at that particular time to get what he needs. So now us, we can bring it in a spiritual aspect. Now he makes friends. You see those people that worked with him, they wouldn't have actually listened to him if he's not friend with them. He pleaded with them, reduce it to 800. They obey him. He pleaded with the other person, reduce it to 400. If he's not friend with them to some certain level, they won't listen to him. They'll be like, who are you? But because he was able to make friend with them, he gains their hearts. That's why they listen to him. And after everything, he's still rich, but in a worldly way. He's not saying that this person is good, but not us now as Christians. We should make friends that even when we're in trouble, we should be able to find help or helper somewhere. That's what I can add. Thank you very much.
Okay, just to conclude and everything, he's not saying you should do that. Thank God, the parable is the dishonest steward, and just Christ was using it like as an example that even people that are, because I believe so, where you can learn from anybody, from anything. You don't have to learn basically only in church, only from Christians. People we teach each other things. Sure, you get. So you don't also expect that your help will also come from only the church, which is beautiful. It is good, but people are around you most times. I feel like the people that even surprise you the most are those that you do not expect anything from. You get. So another thing while we're discussing, before we do the video, is also that I just want to chip in. Is also that the ways that the world operates is also different. They are ready to sacrifice anything, anybody. While Christians are more loving, they are more gentle, and that may be that something can be like it can differentiate. Where a worldly person is ready to give their blood or even sacrifice someone that is dear to them, a Christian is not ready to do that. You understand? So of course there will be difference in what we can achieve, but that should not still make us like do what you ought to do. If you are doing the physical, also do the spiritual. Let me just say what Paul said. He said, if I speak, I will pray in tongues, and I also pray in human language. So I'm just using an example, like, okay, do the spiritual, then do the physical. Then you don't know which one will work out for you. Okay, so the next question I'm going to be asking Dr. Unique. In what way do you think, like personally, thank God, you already, like, this is 5 years already, right? You're now a certified dentist. I believe so well that in the, like, as time was going on, there are some regrets you would have had, what I could have done better, maybe I could have done more timely. What do you think it may be? What can you tell us?
I want to read the verse 9, but using message version. I want you to be smart in the same way, but for what is right, using every adversity to stimulate you to creative survival, to concentrate your attention on the bare essentials, so you will all live, really live, and not complacently just get by on your good behavior. So I think I'll just go with this verse. From what I should have done better, I think I should have developed more my skills more. I should have developed my skills more, develop my creative ability more. Seeing that I was into a lot of creative stuff, but I just did it on the side. I was just like this verse said, I was complacently just getting by. But what I should have done more, I should have used this time to build on this talent, build on these creative ideas. So I think basically for we Christians, a lot of us has different talent, different creative ideas, but we don't take time to develop it. Like we don't go for some certain classes, online course, learning from people. But that's all I want to ask.
Let me ask Bros Max. What do you think you could have done better in the 6 years? This 6 years, in the 6 years you were in Ukraine, what do you think you could have done better? What do you think you could have done? I don't know, sorry.
Well, I think I should have done much more of God. I should have studied much more of the Bible and the scriptures, which I think I did not do much on that. And so, yes. And that is what I think I should have done much more, because as we go out now, it will be very difficult for us to get much more time.
It's time that actually
it was an opportunity that I should have utilized more. I should have utilized more.
God help us, Sister Judy.
Me. You know, the book of James was saying, said be quick to listen, slow to anger, and slow to speak. Slow to speak. So for me, on my side, I would have listened more. Yeah, I would have listened more, and anger as well. I'm not hot-tempered, but I know that if you make some decision when you are angry, even if you are not hot-tempered, even if it's a slight anger, you end up making the wrong decision. So I would have listened more, and you know, the more you listen, the more you learn, the more you know a better way to handle things. So I would have listened to those. I would have listened more, not just to those that are higher than me, even to those that are lower than me, and I would have been more patient as well. So that is one thing I can say. And also taking decision, like I should have been slow to speak. That's something that I have done that if I know, I would have done it in certain way. If I'm kind of maybe more patience, and if I don't and words are powerful. Imagine if you are talking, you don't know the one that you have speak that because of that word they are limited, they are just there. So I would have done that to me.
I'm going to say I agree with Sister Unique. I should have built more creative talents that I had, but I was so focused on church. I was so focused on school. I had some fixed mindset, you know. I was not broad in my thinking, you know. Even in business, yes, I was able to. I did the business, but I could have done better. I could have done better. And then apart from that, also I had a lot of opportunities that were at my doorstep, and I was just so blind. You know, I was so religiously blind. I can put it that way. I was religiously blind. I had a lot of opportunities at my doorstep, but I was so religiously blind and silly, and I didn't invest and do what I should have done. So now I look back and I'm like, oh, I don't know what would have come out of that investment if I had taken that part, you know. And that's one of my main regrets. But you know, we thank God for God. Still
God of
here.
second chance.
I know, right?
Second chance, multiple chances.
Yeah. So you know, it was very lovely talking to us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you again. I actually learned more. You know, even the things maybe you don't know, so people emphasize on it, and I'm really, really grateful. Thank you again. So we'll see you guys another time.
Bye. Don't forget to like,
share, and subscribe.
Bye.